Hey there everyone, it is time for us to bring you a new real-time update with what is going on in our lives right at this moment.
And it wouldn't be a real-time update from us if it wasn't coming to you from a completely different place than we normally would be. This time it is Boca Raton, Florida.
Yes, if you can tell from the background, there's palm trees, there's water, and we are on a boat, which is a very fun story for us. Our great friends, Jeff and Cam, that are super nice, and they're letting us stay in their apartment in Eastport, and we've been hanging out with them the whole time that we're in Annapolis. They have a Catalina Mark II called Westwind, which actually in the next episode to come out, you'll see us waving them off from the docks in Annapolis as they start making their way south. But it's very part-time cruisers, not even like the we're gonna cruise during winter. It's more of we're gonna take long weekends and holidays to like make these jumps south when we have the time and the ability to.
So as Jess said, they left around November. So 2 months later, they had made it down to Savannah, Georgia. Pretty good run. They had some stops for Christmas to see their daughter in Savannah. It ended up working out really well. Biggest issue is anyone from that area or from the East Coast understands that by the mid to end of November, the weather has turned and it makes it very, very difficult to try to make miles south. The winds pick up, there's a lot of storms that come rolling through, weather's cold, all these different things. It makes it so, especially if you just have that weekend that you can come out and actually move the boat, it makes it really difficult to make miles. So once they got out of Savannah, Georgia, now it's our turn. So that's where we come in.
So as we're kind of sitting in the apartment in Annapolis and making the occasional trip out to Kent Island to start getting things ready for the build, Jeff said, hey, I have some time coming up and I want to make like this big push and get the boat to southern Florida, and if you two are available, I would love to have you join me for that journey. So of course we're going to jump on that chance.
Number one is to help Jeff and Cam out because they are awesome people. But really, it's to get warm.
Yeah. It started snowing in Annapolis.
Yeah. So we were able to go sailing, which we haven't done in way, way too long. So we got to go sailing. We got to do a little bit of offshore, which we absolutely love, of course. And we got the promise of warm weather and spending time with Jeff. And again, do some sailing. We needed it.
So the way the journey worked out is we left Savannah and we actually had a buddy boat for that portion. You may know her from her own channel, Taylor from Taylor's Travels, and she's also done some legs with Bobby on Sailing Doodles. So she was in that spot making kind of the same run south, so we did the offshore trip from Savannah to St. Augustine together. But we were kind of all forced inside at that point because the Gulf Stream was running really close. Our next port could have been Cape Canaveral, but the last 12 hours to get there, it would have been winds on the nose. Yeah. So we decided to come in and do the wonderful Intracoastal Waterway.
So we started the Intercoastal. We were pushing it because, again, we had a goal of getting down to Boca Raton here. And we had kind of a short window to make those miles. So I hadn't done it this rapidly before. We've done this part of this run previously, and it's been very casual. This time it was as soon as the sun rose at about 7, we were up an anchor, we were motoring hard or sailing some of it, just trying to make some more miles south, and then we would drop anchor every single evening in dusk. It was just the sun was setting, we're dropping anchor and just getting comfortable for the night.
I have to say the three of us did a really good job though. We were doing 60-mile days, sometimes 70-mile days, and the next day that was shorter mileage, we did 14 lift bridges in one day, which I know is not a record, but I feel pretty proud of that.
Yeah, that was a lot of perfect timing. What made it better, or made it easier, is there's like no boat traffic here at all. It was cold, it was windy, it was gross. We were the only ones that were actually moving, but with no traffic, it was perfect. We were able to time it just right.
Get right through. Yeah. We were always pretty much like the first in line, going under as soon as that bridge was up. So
it's like that beautiful thing if you're a commuter and you're able to catch all the traffic lights
all the green
lights in a row. That is what we were able to do this round. So that's how we did.
Which has now put us into Boca Raton just at the beginning of the weekend, so we get a chance to kind of like relax and enjoy ourselves before heading back. And extra bonus is we have friends here waiting for us, so we're anchored next to Calico Skies. So happy to see them. Delos is in the area too, so it's going to be a good weekend, I think.
Very good weekend. That brings us to the container.
Yes, and you might say, why are you sitting around in Florida? Don't you have a boat that you're supposed to be building right now?
So our last episode, we were talking about the delays with shipping. Those delays continued. There are storms in Southeast Asia that were holding up shipping. There are all other kinds of things. Again, I can't stress it enough, but Max Cruise has been phenomenal, especially Terry at Max in Vietnam, working with the agents there, trying to get everything done, getting the container loaded, unloaded, loaded, unloaded. It's just been a huge process that we can't even describe in this little short update of how much has had to been done there. But he did get it. It is aboard a ship now, and it is making its way here. They were able to get it loaded on the 21st, so January 21st. It was originally supposed to be early January, then got pushed back to the 9th, and then got pushed back again, but it is aboard the boat. We do actually have a link that if you want to follow, you can follow the AS signal format. It's on Vessel Finder, whatever that program is. There's a link up there for that.
We'll put that link in the description box below so that you can track it with us and see how it's making its progress as it comes to New York Harbor. So with that in mind, we are going to enjoy our couple of days here in southern Florida. And then we'll make our way back to Annapolis. We're just gonna get the tent fully ready. We're gonna get, like the plywood down, get a level surface, probably move aboard the Viking after we finish a few more projects. But
so the container we're thinking is going to be in New York around February 21st, typically a month after it gets on the ship. There again, there's been a few more storms over there, so things may be a couple days delayed. Once it arrives in New York, our freight forwarding agent that's working there in the harbor has kind of tried to give us a heads up as to how it's going to work through there. We don't know yet at this point. Hopefully it's going to be fairly rapid, and we can get that down to Ken Island, get it unloaded, and start building the boat finally. So March most likely is going to be the date. Yes, a few months behind, but it's just inevitable. It's the way things work.
So keep following us on social media for the most real-time, up-to-date things of what's happening, where we are, what we're doing. That will be in the description box below as well. And otherwise, just keep following the episodes until the catamaran gets here and we can start that soon, very soon. But otherwise, take care and we'll see you later.